After we do that brain map assessment and after we do that comprehensive neuropsychological testing, yes, we have a lot of good answers. And now we know that we can build the brain from the bottom up, right? We know exactly what's going on. We can pinpoint the areas and we can all the more customize that program and intervention for your child. And then from that, when I used to work in different clinics, I would I'm not going to lie to you, I would jump straight to the intervention, right? That's what typically happens.
Yeah.
So we have interventions and they come to us and it's like, okay, reading disorder. And then we just get started right away, right? We just would see them and we would start right away. But now with the process that we're doing, we know exactly what to work on, whether it's language processing, whether we're working on receptive language more than expressive language, or whether we're working with visual tracking and attention, right? Because we know with the reading program, it's not just words. It's not just sounds. We might say, wow, reading actually involves working memory. It also involves attention. It also involves tracking, which from the brain map assessment and from the comprehensive neuropsych, we were able to see. So now we know exactly what to work on. So with the foundational training through neurofeedback, they're building the brain. They're building those areas. They're preparing the brain to be ready for those different types of interventions, or we quickly scaffold in. So depending on the brain map, depending on how the foundational training is, we're ready to bring in those other interventions that are the actual skill-based training. And we're just tying in both. The brain is learning, the brain is gaining all the tools that it needs. And now we're applying. Now we're bringing that reading program. We're combining it with the foundational training. We're utilizing cognitive skills training at the same time. And again, this is all from what we know from our original steps from that brain map assessment and from our comprehensive neuropsych assessment.
Yeah, it's almost like, you have soil that could use a little tilling and fertilizer and making it, very rich so you can grow things. And then, new things are possible. You can grow like bigger pumpkins or bigger tomatoes, or, the vines are connected more and everything. And so, yeah. And then, what's fun too is like you're using things like virtual reality. And so, a lot of these things are gamified, or like, it's not like the children that we work with, or even adults, like need more sitting and screen time. You have like the Move and Learn program where they're up and on their feet and doing things, but working on very important things like timing. So when you get in that space, what does that look like? Because I think it's quite amazing and astounding, but you are integrating modern forms of technology, but also making it fun for children. They're playing virtual reality games. They don't even realize that they're in some kind of therapy.
Yeah. The more that we talk about these programs and interventions, we forget that, wow, this is actually in our own homes. This is something that we can do online and on the computer, working with one-on-one with a trainer. And what typically happens is, yes, there's virtual reality. So they'll have a headset and all of a sudden they're tracking objects all around the room, or all of a sudden they're working on working memory with different animals and shapes, and there's words that's right in front of them. So it's super interactive. They're even standing in some of our programs where they're able to, wear a headset, and then they have a hand button on their hand, and we're measuring timing and regulating timing through your, in your living room or in your room, and we can move our bodies to music, and we can regulate, our bodies through attention, through different things flashing on the screen. And they don't even realize that the session is already done because they had so much fun.